Hello, how are you lovely people? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if no one told you yet today they love you, I hold space for saying I love you for you. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Now that we got that out the way, make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment below about the video, and make sure you give it a thumbs up. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. So yeah, this is my second video that I'm doing right now, and today, of course, you can tell by the thumbnail I just magically created. I was like, hey, okay, let's try it. So yeah, I did it. And by the, what are we doing? Oh yeah, talking about how I did my hair. So I go in a little routine, which you will see here right now. This is not the best way to wash your face, but I'm doing it for video purposes because my bathroom is just too small to do it at the sink the right way, the way I like to, the way I do all the time. But here's me applying the product on a little rubber facial scrub. And I do suffer a lot from oily skin, but after I wash, my face gets completely really dry as well. I still am trying to find facial cleaners to help me with this acne because ever since 2020, wearing masks and all that, see the pimples all over the side of my chin and around my facial area where the mask would go, it gets really bad. I break out easily. My skin is highly sensitive. And right now you see me trying to struggle with my cat. That's why I was making that face. But I'm cleaning my face off now. I do have a clean rag. So as I'm continuing to make sure that I have it all cleaned off, I am going to be talking about some facial moisturizers that I put on my face afterwards to help with the dryness after washing, of course. So here is what I'm trying to show you. If the camera would focus, it's by Shea Moisture Peace Rose Oil Complex Sensitive Skin and Facial Moisturizer. I use this a lot more than I do the other one that is called, it's also by Shea Moisture African Black Soap Balancing Moisturizer there. I use the rose one the most. It has a great consistency. It's it's creamy, but also it feels a little bit watery at the same time. I'm not sure how they got that to combine together, but I literally rub that all over my face because it does help me feel like my skin is hydrated when it's done. I absolutely love this, and I do feel like it calms my acne down somewhat. But sometimes I'm a little lazy with washing my face at night because I should wash in the morning and at night, but sometimes it's just after working and a long day, sometimes I get too tired to do that. But now this is where I'd like to talk about the texture of my hair. Yes, it's really curly and a lot of people think it's full and thick, when all in reality it's not. You can definitely see my scalp. I have thin hair, and when I put it between my two fingers, you can barely feel it. I'm not sure by the curl system what that is, if it's high porosity, low density hair, but my hair is very fine. I just put a lot of products in that try to make it bigger, and then diffusing helps a lot by making it full. And a couple tips and tricks that I do is I don't do a straight part. I just recently learned that not doing a straight part will make my hair look fuller. Yeah, so so next we are going to wet my hair, but I don't fully drench my hair because that also seems to weigh my curls down. So I do a light spritz just to make sure that it's wet enough, because my hair does dry really fast too as well. I have that problem with keeping moisture in my hair. So all my products are going to be heavy on the moisture side because I need that throughout the day. And it also makes my hair shiny and soft at the same time. But you can see more of my scalp. I just don't like that part. I wish my hair was thicker and fuller, but this is what I was blessed with, so I honor and respect it. I also do have a very bad shedding problem, which you'll see throughout this video, where it's a self-conscious thing where I can't stand the shedding even when I do my hair. I am looking into trying to find ways to like have less shedding. So if you guys know, if you're a curly hair girl and you know any tips on how to not have so much shedding, please, I am so up for anything possible to try and stop it, because it happens a lot. Washing, brushing, styling, I'm always losing hair, and it always makes me feel like I'm going to go bald, and it has been that way for a long time. So next I'm going in with a pomegranate and honey curl defining mousse with hold. I absolutely love this mousse. The texture is for type 4 hair, which is type C hair, but I need the moisture that's in it, so I make sure that it doesn't touch my scalp, because with my very fine hair, my hair follicles are wide open, and I lose moisture throughout the day. I usually lose volume too as well. So my hair may look good in my TikTok videos, but that's because it's like freshly done, and then after that it goes flat throughout the rest of the day. But I need the moisture, so I use this. And this company, I don't want to butcher her name, but it's spelled Mielle, and her products are organic based. There is no silicone, sulfate, or parabates in it as well. I do make sure to look at products and stuff like that to make sure that they don't have that in it, because that can also damage your hair. Right now I'm pretty much just lightly starting at the bottom, bringing the product to the top without trying to touch the roots of my hair, because I see that my hair stays fuller longer if I just, go through and rake it in and stuff like that, and not touch the roots, because that can weigh my hair down with how thin it is. So I'm just doing some stretching, making sure it's in there, making sure not to touch the roots. I also tilt my head to the side to make sure that it doesn't lay on my scalp too, and here we go with the shedding. Even with styling, it just drives me insane. I have to stop and do it. So here is my best friend, is gels. I love gels. I have tried all kinds, but Eco Gel has been my favorite. I bought the biggest one at Sally's that they had. So yeah, I had to go big or go home with that one, because it's my absolute favorite gel. So now I grab a small amount, because sometimes I can go crazy with gel. I can put a lot in my hair sometimes, but that's only if I really want my hair to stay full and volumized. I like a nice cast on my hair, just because the curls do have a tendency to droop, flatten out. But in this video I put very little in today, because this is only day 2 hair of mine, because I did recently have my hair straight. I know I used a flat iron on my hair. So this is like day 2 hair all over again for me. So I'm just putting very little products in, raking it in from the bottom, getting it to the top without trying to touch the roots, making sure the product gets in there all good and dandy. And I'm just going to continue to make sure that all of the gel has gone through my hair here. Next, I'm going to use a denim brush to not only make sure that all the products are through, so that way I can get that curl definition I'm looking for. I do it lightly on the top. I don't take it section by section, only because I do not like lumpy curls, because I have the tendency to not make my hair look full. It makes it look thinner. So I'm just going through certain sections of my hair to try to hide the fact of my hair being thin in certain places. And yes, here I am scrunching to try to make sure I get definition in each of these curls as well. Now that is all done, I usually like to air dry. So it's the waiting game of trying to air dry. I try to keep my hair moving so that way it doesn't stay in like one area, so it gets that soft flowy look. And I try my hardest not to touch my hair, but I have an obsession with doing it, so I can't control that sometimes. Now that the air dry time has been done and I have a good cast, I usually diffuse after, or sometimes I just won't, depends on the day. But today we're going to diffuse. I use a medium heat and high fan is pretty much what I'm trying to show you here. So I'll turn that on and start diffusing. I don't go straight into shrinkage mode is what I like to call it, where I usually put a diffuser and scrunch up my curls that way. I am actually trying a different technique with just hovering around my head first, and definitely not putting my head, like flipping my head upside down. I decided I would try this first because this is the way I want my hair to lay. So I pretty much just hover around my curls until I feel an even more cast of it drying. Now here is where I'll actually finally stand up and try not to touch my hair as much while I'm drying this process by hovering over it upside down a little bit here and there to try to get underneath and make sure that it is dry at the root first. And then after I know it is definitely dry at the roots, I will go in and do the standard diffusing that we all know of. And then after that's all done and I know it's definitely dry, I will fluff out my curls. I do not have a pick. I lost it. Normally I usually flip my hair to the side and stuff and will pick it out a little bit because that gives me better definition. So I'm definitely gonna have to go to the nearest dollar store, next pay or whatever, and get me another pick because I have no idea where it is. With a house full of girls, you know, it could be somewhere. Right now, I am taking clumped curls and separating them ever so gently so I do not cause any frizz. And we're done. I did do this pretty fast. Next time I will take a slower time if you guys want another video on even me washing my hair on the process of it. But as you can tell, the products I use make it look very shiny, healthy, and full. If I had a pick, it would look so much better, but there you go. And that's basically how we got to this. Now, I do allow my curls to do whatever they want and stuff like that. Every now and then throughout the day, this part is what gets flat and where I need a pick. So, but yeah. If you liked the video, if you want more intel on how I take care of my hair and things like that, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like it. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if no one told you yet they love you, I hold space for saying I love you and have a fantastic day. Bye.